So hello guys and welcome back. In last video we have configured the security gateway, security management server. We establish a SIC between that and we try to push the policy. Alright. And we stop there. Now I would like to enlighten you guys on certain more important part, which is certain things which we need to keep in mind when we configure the policy with respect to R81.10 or R81.20 or whosoever the latest version we have with the Gaia. Now, in the last video we have seen we have set up a management LAN and over there we given this network 192.168.50.0, which is this guy. Let me just show you. So this is IP address of my management network and I have allowed this subnet. Remember what we have done, we established a SIG between these IP addresses. Okay, I mean this network is part of the SIC. Okay, secure internal communication. Now what we have done, we have allowed my management network. Okay, why? Because all the web UI access like this or smart console access is with respect to this IP address. Okay, now let's see, let's push the policy again. Okay, I'm just publishing these changes and then I would like to install a policy. Here I'm clicking. Okay, I can select install on each selected gateway independently. For the gateway of cluster failure, you cannot install the policy, which is fine. Okay, or install on all selected gateway. If installation gateway failed, do not install on all selected gateway version. Let's select this option when we configure the cluster. For now, I'm selecting this guy. Okay, let's install a policy. Remember the changes which you have done and everything is with respect to the admin. If some other guy also doing any changes, you'll be seeing their session details here. Let's publish and change, publish and install, and let's wait. Now we need to wait and see this entire process. I would like to clear some important points here. So let's wait until this policy get established or get installed. Let me see, the policy is getting time to install. And keep an eye here, guys. I want to show you this. This is the IP address of my gateway and the status is green now. Okay, and here we are not seeing anything. Let's see any alerts or something like that. No errors, nothing. Let's wait until this policy gets installed. Generally, policy installation will not take that much time because we don't have many policy. So what I will do now, I'll go to my topology and this is my gateway. I'll go into this gateway, I'll open the SSH section and I'll just log into the gateway. Admin and use the password. Okay, there's a command called fwstats, fwstat. This command generally give you the policy details, which policy is now currently installed onto your gateway. If I click enter, I can see the policy installed, which is standard. Today is 2nd September 2024 and this guy is current time. So policy is installed, but still I am seeing here in progress. Okay. And second thing I would like you guys to see here, I can see some cross mark. Okay. And if I just minimize this for now and just clear this, let me just clear this. And if I go to this, I just double click to that. Before that, let's just hover your mouse to this cross sign and see if anything we are getting. Oh, connection with the gateway is lost. Okay, the connection with the gateway is lost, and next is, okay, let's see the trust establishment. So generally we need to say this, it's communication happening between your gateway and the management server. I can see the trust is established, but to confirm you need to go to the communication and you have to see here as well. So here also I'm seeing the trust established, so which is good. Now still you won't be sure the connection is working. The next step is you have to go to the test SIC status and see there if the connection is working. All right, we have something here. If you read SIC status for gateway unknown, would not establish a TCP connection with the gateway IP address. Please make sure that the checkpoint service are running on this gateway and that the TCP connectivity is allowed from the security management server to this gateway over a port 18191. 18191. Okay. Now I can see if I just cancel this, I'll come to the policy. I know that I don't have that connectivity allowed between my management server to this gateway over port 18191, right? Let's do one thing now. Let's wait this policy get established or get cancelled or some error here. Okay, let's go to the detail. Here it's in installation in progress. See, remember guys, if the connectivity between the gateway and the management server is got disconnected during the policy installation in progress, policy installation takes its own time to reach out the gateway again and again to see if the policy is getting installed. For now, I think in the background it's looking for that, but it's not finding the right gateway. Second thing, there may be some time allocated for this process to be in progress. Until that time expires, this will you see this. I'm not sure about this. Ideally, it should get cancelled or some another issue here, but it's still in progress. Meanwhile, what we will do, we'll go to this gateway and still we see the same policy, time and everything is same. Let's do one thing. Let's type a command fw unload lookup. This means the policy what I have installed is now uninstalled, and if you see this fw stat, you will see no policy here. Okay. Now, still this installation is in progress. If it's tried to install the policy again, it will install the same policy what we have here, right? still, if it's fetching to install the policy to the gateway, it will install the same policy, and again you'll be getting the same issue, right? Runtime you won't be able to change because the policy installation is getting progress. Let's do one thing. Let's go to the gateway and again type the command awstat to understand if this is what we have just told, that the policy installation is again trying to install the policy. Is that a real statement or not? If so, you'll be able to see here the standard policy, but we are not seeing that yet. I can see here access policy installation is succeeded, right? But I can see still this gateway status. Okay, it will change because we just uninstalled the policy. Second thing, I can show you one more thing here. If I type this command again and again, I should see the latest policy here, which is I don't see anything, which means the policy installation succeeded, but not this policy got installed. It go back to this gateway. See, one more thing I want to show you. If you come to the alert, it's saying policy is not installed. Okay, now let's go back to the gateway and try to see what is the status of this sync. So now I can see it's communicating. Why? Because I have uninstalled that policy. Why I have uninstalled that policy? The reason behind that is this one. I am only allowing a communication between the management network and to this guy to any destination with respect to this IP address only, local IP address, right? So the port which we have observed was 18191, I believe. Okay, let's try to do this now. Okay, let's have a new section title, and here I would say control traffic. I'm giving any random name, and here I will say I need to have one rule below. I would say allow CP ports, CP ports. Okay, now let me just see the source I want. I want a source which is my SMS. I want a destination which is my gateway. Let me go down a little bit here. Just locate my gateway. Okay, and let me have a service. Let me just go ahead and just get this guy from here. Okay, let me just add the service, create a, or I would say if I have a port 18191, we have that port. Okay, so we have these guys here, so let's add these guys. Okay, and I would say let's allow the communications between Magnet server and this, and now everything looks same. Let's allow, or let's install the policy. install the policy. It's immediately got failed. Let's see what is the issue. Security gateway and security management policy version are incompatible. Disable accelerated install policy for the security gateway and install policy again. For more information, 1 SK168055. Now, new error. Security gateway and security management policy versions are incompatible. Security gateway and security management policy versions are incompatible. Okay. If you like, you can check this SK what it says. SK number 16800. SK1680. What is that? 168055. And just view like this. Checkpoint firewall secure knowledge number. And let's see what it is. Hopefully it will not ask me to log in to the user center. Alright. This is the reason of the failure. Security management executed accelerated install policy and security gateway that was reverted to old snapshot. Security management executed accelerated install policy and security gateway with install policy default policy. Security management executed accelerated install policy and security gateway which had the policy and installed with the firewall on local command. So this is what we have done. Okay, so this is what I was telling, that it will ask me for this. So let's go for it. Firewall can outlook.com. Let's do it. Let's see if I remember my password. All right. Let's see. The solution is click install policy. In the install policy window, right click on any of the security gateway object. Select do not use install policy as solution for all the gateways. Select the application security gateway object and install. So this is what they want to tell us. So let me just close this. Let me go to the gateway. Anyway, we can go in from here. Install policy. Okay. Any changes here? So here we need to right click to the gateway. Policy target. This guy. Go and to right click here now. Okay. The policy will software will later report an issue. Don't show this message again. I think I want to see this option. So it's saying okay, I'm not seeing anything here. Right click and all. Here, if I say specific gateway, here, oh, okay, there's another option here. Okay. So here also we have this select do not use install policy as for all hardware. So right click to install policy is the thing. This gateway. Okay, here is the option. Do not use the install policy as solution for all targets. Okay, it's got selected. All right. Now install policy. Let's see what happens. Still taking time. Well, let's go to this gateway and see the trust. Well, the trust got establishment rook and 18191. That is what we have given, 18191. Still, it's giving me classic error. So here I'm from the SMS to the gateway. I'm allowing this. These are the ports 18191 TCP ports and 19 all the ports. So we have allowed that and we said we are accepting that. Okay, let's see one more time what error we got. It's obviously saying between the SMS and the gateway, but it is not saying one directional or unidirectional. So make sure the checkpoint of services are running, and from security management server to this IP 201.18191 is to allow. So 201 is the IP, that's what we mentioned. So gateway having the same IP address 201. So maybe it's very particular about it. Let's do that as well. If I log in again and I see FW stat and I will see this policy. Let's do one thing, FW unload local. Okay, FW stat. I can see this, and here I would like to do one more thing. For this gateway, I like to have my management network also to get allowed, just sake of the understanding. Or I can create a host, host gateway IP, which is 192.168.1.201 as per my topology. If you see here, 201. Okay, multiple objects, which is fine. I don't care about it, just I want to prove this concept. Let's go ahead and publish and do installation one more time. It's got failed, same error I believe. Accelerated. Give me one sec, guys. Let's go to the install policy. Right click to this gateway and select this. Let's have this guy here. No worries on this. And just install. Let's see what happens now. All right, still I can see the same thing. Let me just go back here. And now I just type this. right? Same thing. Let's do one thing, fw unload local. Okay, now fw start, and now I think let's do this. Let's have this communication bi-directional as well. Okay, what that means, instead of SMS, let me do this. Let me just delete this guy, this guy, this guy here, this guy here. Okay, it's a bi-directional communication. And now let's try one more time. You're just going to do this, right click. Good. Okay, it's done. Okay, install. So I think looks same again. Start. Policy got installed. Let's do this. AW unload local. AW start. No policies there. Let's do one thing now. Let me just delete this object. I just want to have entire subnet here. Okay. Or it's okay. Let's do this. Let's have this SMS gateway and SMS communication. Okay. Or for the testing purpose, we are learning the things. So let's have the gateway and the SMS only. And here, instead of these two services, I like to have any. Okay, there is any, yeah. And let's do this. Let's do this now. SMS and gateway, any services, publish and install. Hopefully this time it will work. Install. Cool, it's still not getting progress. I think the issue is still there. Let me see AW start. And the policy is got installed, but there is no progress here. Let's do this fw unload local. And do one small modification here. Let's have gateway also and SMS also. Okay. And now we have saying any services between these two. Okay, let's publish this. Hopefully it will publish. And let's try to install now. Let me just right click. I think it will give me a message that the installation in progress. Let's wait for that. Let's install. Okay, still same issue. Let's go ahead and check here FW status, and let's do this FW unload local. Now let's see one more time. Stat. Let's do it. Now let's do this. What we will do, instead of allowing this guys, let's create this. Let's just have source as my admin network. So I just want to create network admin network and give it an IP address 192.168.1.0 255.255.255.0. Okay, and this network is allowed for the communication with the gateway and SMS with any services. Let's try now. Install. My mistake again, same error. Let's install. Right click to gateway. Do not use this thing. Install. So as per topology, 1.0 is the admin network, /24 is the mask, and still it's not working, which means we need to do last change, and that would be unload local stat. Let's do last change. The last change would be just allow communication between these admin networks. Okay, let's wait this policy get complete and we'll install the policy. Okay, now some weird thing. Let's do last change. That was a last, but it's still not working. Now I have only one doubt, which is let's add all the networks which was into the topology. Okay, so number one, we have management network where the SMS is trying to communicate. So management network, sorry, we call it local WAN. So this guy, okay, and to the admin network, the communication is allowed. Basically, local LAN to any is already allowed, so it doesn't make sense that I'm allowing same again here because that is already there. Okay, instead of the in this networks only we'll be having the our future gateways and the IP addresses. So communication between these two is okay for me. So I'm allowing that. Okay, and I'll wait for this to get completed because of some internal process. It's taking time, but as you can see on the logs, now the communication is allowed and you don't have to worry about the policy status. Policies also I think got installed here. Uh, AW stack. Okay, so I think we are good there, and still the security gateway status is up, so we don't have to worry on this part as well. There's no problem there. Somehow it's taking time. Well, now the latest logs saying something else. 201 is the gateway and 101, and this is the port. This is the source port. Push acknowledgement. First packet is in sync. Okay, but I don't think so. That could be the issue because we have the source and destination in allow step. If we can check this in another way, I can prove this in a minute. So let me just do this, just sake of understanding. Okay, let's do this. cpconfig. Okay, uh, let's say 5. I just initializing the SIC again so that whatever the configuration we have done is just restart. So just gateway is getting rebooted, and let's see. I hope you guys will find this video informative because these are the simple things, but sometimes cause headache because we don't know what's going on. That's why I tried to show you multiple things here. Where is the gateway now? Gateway come up. Let's go back to this gateway and let's try to establish it again. So reset, yes. Give the SIC password. Just initialize one more time. Alright, topology will appear, which is good. 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 Let's wait this guy to finish up. Just wait for a minute. 1 minute. Okay, policy got failed. Let's see one more time the security policy. It's the same thing, nothing got changed. I just established the SIC, and now I'm just publishing the things. Okay, publish and install, and this time it has to work without any issue. See, it worked. So this is what you can do if you are not in a production, but if you're in a production, you have to follow all these steps, step by step. Slowly you have to see and give the respect to the process which running behind this policy installation from the checkpoint. So guys, I hope you have found this video informative, and thanks for watching this video, and have a wonderful day.